are capable of winning races. But you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Wonderful Wednesday evening, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series Season 5 opening race at Daytona International Speedway. We got a 75-lap main event scheduled for you. Going to get things going a couple minutes early so we can cover a couple of important things. It's game time on the network, folks. And a big shout out to everybody at Beards Conson for giving us game time. If you're a frequent watcher, you know on Tuesday nights we used to do over-under where we'd pick the number of cautions every week, and we would give away prizes. Well, it's a little different this time. The game is a little different, and by a little I mean completely. But we're still going to give away prizes. Not our prizes. Wisconsin prizes. And the way we're going to do it, between now and the time the field rolls off behind the pace car to start the main event. If you want to play the small game, perfect. Pick the winner. If you pick the winner, we're going to give you a link. You go contact Wisconsin. They'll put you in touch with what prizes are available to you, let you pick from it. They'll take care of you. If you want to play the big game, well, the prize is a little bit bigger for you. Play the big game, you have to pick the top 3 in order, the trifecta. Top 3 finishers have to be picked in their finishing order. If you can hit that, the prize is a little bit more grand. All of this is courtesy of Wisconsin. It was their idea. They know we used to play games. They know I used to have a good time playing the games. The fans have had a great time playing the games with us. So we wanted to keep it going. So the Midwest Truck Series, now the beneficiary of Wednesday night game night, as well as Wednesday night race night. So get your picks into the chat. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you want to play the small game, just give us the winner. If you want to play the big game, give us the trifecta. If you want to play both, just make sure you let us know who you're picking as the winner for the small game, and then give us your trifecta. I'll get them written down at the end. Well, Scotty King's going to go trifecta. Are you picking the 64 truck as your winner tonight and playing both games there, Mr. Tiny Dancer? Mr. I'm going to talk about driving 11 and a half hours for some fun and then not showing up. Hello, Bill. Hello, Jay. Hello, Jennifer. Man, is it just me or are them trucks like stupid loud tonight? I can't hardly hear myself over the sound of the trucks in my headphones. This is crazy. Remember, you can play either game. You can play both games. Doesn't matter. Just give us a winner and give us a trifecta, one or the other or both. You're entered in the game, but you got to get it done before the pace truck rolls off. To start the 75-lap feature, you got about 2.5 minutes here and then qualifying to get your picks in. You playing your own game, Jay? I love it. They're not loud to you guys. Man, they are blowing me out of my chair. That's ridiculous. Either way, I don't want them so loud they overpower me, but good night. If I turn them down to where they're comfortable for me, you guys can't hear a daggone thing. There are 31 trucks in this thing tonight. That is ridiculous. 31 guys checking. I had 28 when I first came in the server. We're up to 31 now. This is going to be one heck of a night of racing. 75 laps. They have no choice but to make pit stops. And I say it every time we go racing. If you do have to do green flag pit stops, absolute 100% game changer. There's your defending series champion, the 24 truck of Corey Blevins. Hit the microphone stand. And there's the guy that fought him every inch of the way right there. The 64 truck changed out of the 11. No longer employed by the owner of the 11 truck. I think because he didn't win and he was giving things away. I don't know what he was doing. I'm going to just call him out. He was giving stuff away, and he was not winning races, and he didn't win a championship. I think the Team 11 fired him. Now he's got to drive the 64 truck. Maybe it's second rate. Maybe it's third rate. We don't know for sure. But the 11 truck, and not even in the field this season. I think it cost enough to try to keep them in all season long that they might have went bankrupt. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody on that side can give us some insight. And I know Jay is sitting there, so that's the only reason I'm doing this is because Jay is here. Don't win, you get a new number. You disgrace the old one, you get a chance to disgrace a new one. Is that okay? I see it. He better not. I know what that number means. I know what that 64 is about. That is it. Practice time has come to a close. They will. I know that's right. I know them green hoops are expensive. We're going to outlaw them pretty soon. Qualifying, we'll try to watch a few of these guys here. Remember, you're running out of time, and I've only got a couple of people playing for the games. Pick your winner or pick the trifecta, which is the top three in order, or play both games. Doesn't matter. Just get them in the chat. Let us know. Yeah, I think his dad owns the 64 number for sure. Stephen Pearson rolling out. Outlaw. Uh-oh. We're talking about outlaws now. Tyler Shea's on the 44. We didn't see him during the practice session, but we see him now. Brian McAvoy, 79 truck, and that's a new driver. Good-looking ride. There's the 99 of Brandon Mackey. Cloyd Callis, that was Russell Hare. There's the 27. The Midwest Truck Series Gigolo, Brock Bigelow. Different paint on that truck than we saw last season. Slightly different. Not majorly different, but slightly different. It looks good. Like it. Here's the 21 of Garrett Boyd. New paint. Black Rifle Coffee Company on that 8 truck. He had beer sponsorship last season. Budweiser all season long. Lauren Legacy, new driver. Alex Thompson. There, the paint finally flashes in the 16. And there's old Pinky Dinky Doo. The Lumberdew Jackwagon himself, Reed Rundle in the 43. Ethan Lowe in the 71. Oh, here we go. More players. 99, 27, and 88. There we go. More players, more players, more players. Remember, pick the trifecta, the top three in order, big prize. If you just pick the winner, a little smaller prize, but you still get to do it. Right now, Brock Bigelow. 51.88 on the stopwatch. He is P1 at the moment. Trying to find, and I saw, oh, Corey Blevins was on track. Yeah, he is on track. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to some of my drivers' numbers because everybody seemed to have changed numbers, and I can't find a soul. Can't find a single driver right now. There's the 64 truck. I'm looking for Mike Forstner. He was in the 4, now he's in the 69. I can't get used to those things. Hello, Miss Jane. There is Mike Forstner. Harley Barletta, new driver in the 81, 51.74 bests. McAvoy, who's second quick. Rundle's all the way down to 5th. And Adam Vinny, there he is. I'm still looking to see where he's at. He's out of 4, headed up to the Tri-Oval. Going to post his second lap. Can he go P1 in qualifying? Cross the line. Adam Vinny third quick. 51.83. Steve Bocock in the 12 truck, just finishing his stuff up. We got a couple of guys still out here. Forstner, shut it down. One and done. 24th quick. Corey Blevins, 25th quick. But he's not finished just yet. He's coming to the stripe right here. There he goes, and Blevins will move to P2. He just barely missed the pole. 51.75. Jacob Watson is up to third quick right there at the end. And then Frank Ranger rolling it out. We'll see if he can get a lap in here. I don't have much time. They don't have much time left. Vinny, Spalding, and Forstner. Okay, Vinny is the 64. 25 and the 69. All right, so 64 for Miss Jennifer. Time is running out, guys. Once that pace truck rolls away from the front of this field, no more picks. And I didn't even put mine in, but I'm about to, as soon as I read you the grid. Here we go. We're going to start up front. Work our way to the back. Harley Barletta, in his first start with the series, will have the pole to kick off the season. He drives the 81 truck. The 24, Corey Blevins, up to P2. Your defending series champion, starting on the outside of that front row. Jacob Watson in the 31 and Mike Forstner in the 69 make up row 2. Row 3 is Brian McAvoy, the 79, and Adam Vinny in the 64. Kevin Spalding, the 25. Stephen Pearson, teammates in row number 4. They're side by side. Russell Harrell, the 19. Michael Everett in the 8. They make up our 5th row. Our 6th row will be Steve Bocock in the 12 and Reed Rundle. Oh, Pinky Dinky Doo himself back there in the 43. Noah Abbott, the 32. Coy Callis, the 2. Our row number 7. Our 8th row is Brock Bigelow in the 27. Tyler Chazon, the 44. Frank Chavez in the 23. And the 99 of Brandon Mackey in row number 9. Row 10 is Todd Kyer inside in the 88. Lauren Legacy, the 28, on the outside of that row. Austin DeMore in the 7. And Chris Gaxel, the 707. They're our 11th row. Your 12th row is Alex Thompson in the 16 and the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Then Ethan Lowe, the 71, Christian Marcelli, or Macrelli. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Christian Macrelli in the 50. That is the 13th row. The 14th row is Jesse Macy, the 52, Jacob Mashburn, the 25. Frank Ranger in the 17 and Dylan Herman in the 77 in the 15th row. And all by himself all the way at the back in row number 16, the 55 of Kyle Gomez. Well, I think I am going to go just a slightly different set here, just because I want to play. And I am going to put down the 43 of Rundle, the 64 of Vinny, and the 25 of Spalding. And I'm picking Reed Rundle to win this thing. I know he's starting deep. I know there's all kinds of stuff going on, and I got to fill out another row here. Michael Everett is one of our Dash for Cash drivers. Oh, I got to change my camera. Sorry, guys. Reed Rundle is a Dash for Cash driver. Todd Kyer. Ethan Lowe. And Gaxel are your Dash for Cash drivers. Side by side up the backstretch, ready to go green out of 475 laps. Bill Vinny, 43, 64, 69. Vinny, Rundle, and Blevins. Ooh. So we got about 7 or 8 players now. Awesome. Fantastic. And yeah, I left Corey Blevins out of this thing. Just plate racing is maybe not his cup of tea sometimes. Had problems the last time we did a plate race. But the green flag is out. Blevins is going to try to surge out to the lead off that outside road, getting a push from behind. Now drops to the inside. I think the last plate race we had, he did a great job getting to the front, and he had a big mistake on pit road, if I remember things correctly. I don't remember if he sped coming in. Whoa, truck dropping to the bottom. Falling back quickly. I think that's Jacob Watson, and it is. He is going front to back. And I'm not sure what happened to the 31 truck, but I'm concerned why he's running around on the apron down here. He is falling way back. Is he coming to pit road? No, he's going to squeeze it back up on the track right behind Brock Bigelow. Only Kyle Gomez and Tyler Chazon are behind, so Mike Forstner now getting a push, going to the point. He'll come through 1 and 2 right beside Blevins. He's got Adam Vinny tucked in right behind. Who, me? Would pick Blevins, Vinny, and Rundle? Is that you thought I would pick, or you thought Bill would pick? So they're going to stay side by side. The new guy, Barletta, the 81, pushing last year or last season's champion. I hate the new camera angles for iRacing. These are terrible. I should have did some testing. Steven Pearson up here running the 6 spot. He's out on the outside, trying to stay with that outside lane. The thing we had a problem with at the last plate race was all the dancing trucks heading up the straightaways, bobbing and weaving left and right. No, I remember the last time, and I think the 43 truck may have a little something. I might be completely wrong. Michael Everett, the 8 truck, is hanging in here pretty tough as well. They are still too wide all the way back through the field. You got to get way back here towards the very, very back for it to start getting single file behind Bigelow, who's 27th right now. We're not used to seeing the 27 quite that far back unless he's on the top 4 invert. Barletta moved from the inside row to the outside row in front of Forstner. Got a push temporarily out in front. I don't know how long that's going to last. Well, he really can't because he'll run out of fuel, I promise. So he's got to pit. Now, if he could get 2 or 3 guys with him and get off sequence right at the beginning of the opening to the window to make it, that might give him a little something. Whoa, Steven Pearson. Pearson slows the 83 truck. Takes it to the apron. Now will fall back in line. And he is going to fall in 19th. Brandon Mackey's leading a second group of about 12 trucks here. Ethan Lowe, DeMoore is mired away back here. McCrelly is right there on the outside. Or on the inside right in front of Brock Bigelow, I'm sorry. That's Watson tucked in back there. And then Jesse Macy, the 52, is that truck that was up on the outside. Those two look a little bit alike, and I got confused from a distance. My bad. Well, you know, that'd be the best time at the plate tracks. The lap right before we get a caution. Blevins McAvoy, then Barletta on the outside. Kevin Spaulding is right here in this mix. He's bouncing back and forth between 5th and 6th. He's right beside Adam Vinny. He's got Everett in behind pushing. You can see that outside line starting to form. The 69, the 64, the 43. The team's starting to try to work together here. Drivers within. There's a long ways to go. We're working lap number 7 now, coming around to start lap number 8. So there is a long way to go. So not a lot of point in trying to make, whoa, big slide out of the 79 right in front of that 25 truck. Not a lot of reason to make any kind of aggressive moves here just yet. This is a big breakaway. Chavez is still in this. At the back of this thing, man, I want to say Steven Pearson is the truck that hung onto the back. Pearson is 19th. And he is less than a second off the lead. Or right at a second off the lead. Now Spaulding looks like he's trying to clear that outside line, pushing down on the bottom. So Blevins, McAvoy, then Spaulding, then the outside line. Barletta is 4th currently. Drone cam super fast. We own the fastest drone cam in the world. It'll go 200 miles an hour. So we can get back here and we can show you what it looks like. And you can see, oh, there's the bob of the weave, and we got an issue, folks. Our first crash of the day. And we were right there to watch the 69 truck just come off the corner, bob to the inside. Everett was there, and I think he was moving up a little, the little weaving around, and they come together. Those two get into it, and I think they might have gotten Rundle, but I'm not sure. Yes, they did, and Rundle's truck thrashed. Left front fender trying to fall off, getting caught up in the wheel well right there. If they can get that tape back on, he might be all right. So, we slow things down. I don't know where we are officially on fuel in this thing, because normally you can get about 35 to 39 laps on fuel. But it's Blevins, McAvoy, Spaulding, Barletta, Boyd, Vinny, Bocock, Legacy, Abbott, and Thompson in the top 10 as we come to caution number 1. We completing lap number 10 here. Long ways to go. Still 65 laps to go in this thing. We'll see if anybody here takes for pitting besides the drivers that were in the crash. Looks like Spaulding may be one. Blevins decided to drop off and go in as well. I think he brought everybody. I think once he dipped, everybody decided. Alex Thompson did not in the 16. He is going to inherit the lead. Spaulding, there goes Vinny right in front of him. Spaulding. Pearson is coming in. That's Bocock in that number 12 truck. Heading out. Blevins and Spaulding out, first and second from the pit road. Barletta, McAvoy, Vinny, Bocock, Abbott, Callis, and Chavez now going to fill in the 9 spots behind Alex Thompson, the only driver I believe that stayed out. Dylan Herman, issues, and he has taken the 77 truck. 2. The trailer. Well, look, they're pulling that left front corner out, and we'll see. Uh-oh, that might not be good. Well, it was a blink. He just had bad connection there. We'll see if they're going to put a fender and tape it back on there or something for him. They got the front end pretty well pulled out. Oh. Back end barely looks to be damaged at all. A little crinkle on that left rear corner. I don't think he needs to worry too much. But he is still sitting on pit road. They are still trying to fix that thing. So, we'll get back out here, get a look at this 16 truck. Well, Forstner is out. So if you had Mike Forstner in your trifecta, which Jennifer and Bill both had in their trifectas, that will take you out of the trifecta tonight. The best part of this for me, the fun part, is I don't even get to know what all the prizes are. I just know there's a small prize and a bigger prize. We started off not knowing what we were going to do. And then I threw an idea out there and thought that would be a lot of fun, so we decided we'd go with it. Well, you better figure out what caused that. Can't be having screen freezes. Those are bad. That'll ruin a race in a hurry. Doesn't matter where you're racing at. All right, we are doubled up. We're headed down the back stretch. The super stretch, as it were. Ready to get back at it. Well, you still have a chance for the win, Bill. Still got a chance. Rundle's not out. We'll see. He's back. He's back on the track. We'll see how he does. You and I may both be dead on that one. It is what it is. Hey, welcome to plate racing. Big packs and one mistake, and next thing you know, 14 cars are in something. You got a parking lot down the backstretch. All right, they're coming through 3 and 4. Got to get all the way past the entrance to pit road to get into the start box. Pace car out of the way.
Green, green, green.
And we're ready to go back green. Thompson got a good start. He's going to be side by side with Blevins. Coming through. 1 and 2 here. He's getting a push from Kevin Spaulding. Blevins ekes out front with help from Barletta, and Barletta now is going to push past the 16 for just a moment. They get off into 3 and 4 here. Yeah, Barletta's going to get dropped like a bad habit. Blevins going to get right to the bottom. That's going to put Barletta in front of that outside row, and he's got a couple of good pushers behind him. Vinny's up there. Abbott is right behind him. And then Garrett Boyd has worked his way up into this fray. He now runs in the 7th spot. Right now, your hard charger is that 21 truck. Up 17 spots currently. As he rolls through on the high side, about 7th in line, or 7th on the scoring pylon, 4th in that outside line. And now Barletta with help from Adam Vinny. He'll assume the lead spot. Outside row with a good push. Now they start to break up a little. The bottom row still hasn't come back together. And Barletta looks like he's going to lead this lap. Whoa, big wiggle from Abbott, the 32. Man, that truck got almost sideways. I don't know if he got broken free from the bumper of Adam Vinny or if he got a push in the bumper from Boyd right there, but the 32 truck took a big dip to the inside. Let's go back and see how things are going towards the back here. There's our guy Reed Rundle, got that fender taped back on. And the 43 truck is making his way towards the front. He is already up to 18th. When he restarted, he was 28th when they dropped the green. Let's go look about mid-pack. Frank Chavez in that 23 truck. Running in 12th. Down on the inside line. Just kind of stuck in the rocking chair. In between trucks, just cruising along. We just passed the 1/5 mark. Working lap number 16. 88 at Todd Kyer on the outside of Chavez right there. New paint on the 88 as well. Austin DeMore has made his way inside the top 16. He's got a teammate right behind him. Reed Rundle has found his way to the bumper of the 7 now. So Rundle is 18th still, but hooked up with a teammate. I don't know where they're going. I think they're trying to get with Russell Harold on that outside line. Steven Pearson back here with Bigelow and company. Watson, the 31, is in there. And I think these guys are trying to be smart. They're taking themselves out of all the mess up front. And if they organize and get single file, that front pack can't get away at all. But now we got a new leader. The 32 truck gets pushed to the front. He's in front of Blevins. Blevins going to go to the high line, try to use the front bumper of Adam Vinny to get a push back. Vinny says, no, you won't. I'm going to go way outside, make it 3 wide up the front stretch. And at the line for the first time tonight, the 64 truck leads a lap with help from the 21. Three wide at the front of this field. Abbott surges back ahead again. Blevins now starting to get put into the sucker hole. Down the backstretch with no help, you just go back, back, back if you stay in that middle lane. We'll squeeze it back down to 2 wide. Vinny and Abbott will be door to door coming out of turn number 4 to put 18 in the books. And once again by a skosh, Vinny out front. A familiar sight in that outside line. 64, the 21, the 24 truck, all bunched up together. I think we saw that pretty much all season last season. Abbott still holding that inside line, doing a good job. Really has that inside line kind of holding station. They weren't as organized as those 3 on the top. Now they're starting to get there, and they're making a surge back. Big wiggle. 16 truck. Come off of 4 a little wide. He's going to push Abbott up there, but Vinny by half a truck. Still out in front. Just a big 2 wide conveyor belt around here. Two teammates still hooked up. They're on the outside. They are up to 15th and 17th as they run. That's Austin DeMore in the 7 and Reed Rundle in the 43. Pearson still 21st. McRelly right behind him in the 50 truck. He's our 22nd place runner. You can see the whole field. They weren't behind that scoring pylon. You can see the entire field now. It's Jacob Mashburn, the last truck. In the row, and he is 2.7 seconds from the lead, but still in the lead draft. Creeping in on a third of the way. Little push right there. I saw Garrett Boyd get the bumper to the bumper on the 64 truck. Inside line trying to organize just a little bit. And then they separate as they get into the corners. See how close Garrett Boyd was to the back bumper of Adam Vinny right there. He keeps pushing him out in front. That inside line hasn't figured out exactly the timing of when to come together and when to be apart. The outside line is starting to figure it out. A little at a time, they're starting to work it. And eventually, I think Vinny, Boyd, Blevins are going to work their way past that inside line and be able to get down single file together. This time Abbott by a full truck like now. If he can get some help to get to the line, he can lead a lap. Vinny goes right back by him with help from the 21. Oh, little wiggle there from the 64. And I don't know if that was breaking free from the bumper or if he just caught some dirty air on that spoiler on the back of the truck and it loosened him up for just a split second. I thought we were about to get excited here because we were going to see the parking lot, the big one at Daytona. The 707 truck runs 12th. And he's right in the lead draft, and he's got plenty of them on the outside, plenty of them on the inside and behind him. We don't have anybody too far off the draft here. I'll get down here and get a look at this 125 truck. Hey, we're ready for Halloween. I love it. Great candies, too. Love me some Reese's Cups. Because fat kids love cake and candy, dang it. Tyler Shea's on. We touched quickly on him earlier in the broadcast. That I didn't see him in practice, but I saw him in qualifying. Him and his teammate, Jacob Watson. And then there's another teammate right in front of him, Brandon Mackey. We saw Mackey in the top 4 in points most of the season, and Brock Bigelow is in that. So all the team, TCW, is right there together. They are just biding their time to make a late surge. Ethan Lowe right in front of them. We talked about the 50 truck already back here in the 22nd spot. Pearson riding right there in 21st. And then Frank Ranger. Animal. Love it. Fantastic. Mackey now drives from the inside to the outside to get alongside the 8 and the 88 of Kyer and Everett. We're back to the 707. It's now down to 16th place. So just that quick, we ran back to the back of the field. We'll go back towards the front. You know, I told you those three would get by. Well, two of them did. Blevins and Vinny got by, and Boyd was stuck on the outside, and now Vinny's going to pull back in front of him for the push. And it'll leave Boyd up there. As soon as he can clear Blevins, I know he'll pull that 64 truck down to the inside. They have both cleared, and so has the 81 of Barletta, and all of them are staying up there in that high line. Blevins is going to try to catch a little side draft here. Now Barletta pulls to the bottom in front of Blevins. And that'll pull him right back up. He was about fourth in the line, and now he's right behind what could be the potential leader this time coming by as they get hooked up down the backstretch. If they can stay close in 3 and 4, they can surge by Vinny and Boyd on the outside line. Bad corner entry there. Go back and watch this. Abbott is behind Blevins. This is Lauren Legacy right behind Garrett Boyd. He's about 6th in line right now. Well, there you go, Tiny Dancer, and you can see how much these trucks are moving around. Good surge on the outside line there as Boyd and Vinny once again got hooked up pretty tight. Now Boyd's going to go to the bottom. He pulled down in front of Barletta. Garrett Boyd probably trying to cool the truck off, but I'm sure he wants to lead some laps too. Blevins going to move to the high side. Abbott dip to the inside. Now Blevins back to the inside. Adam Vinny's starting to fall back. He's back to 7th. He's right in front of the 28 of Lauren Legacy, and they're starting to get regrouped. And they're trying to catch back up to Barletta on that high side. Noah Abbott now pulls the 32 truck up out of line. Trucks are really starting to dart around again. Abbott across the stripe first. He leads his first lap tonight. Well, pulls down Barletta. Going to get to that outside corner of the 32, and he's got Vinny behind him. Boyd will pull up on the back bumper of the 32 truck and try to push him back up there to keep those two on the outside line from getting to the bottom. Shutting things down. We're about midway through this fuel run. And now it looks like these guys are trying to figure out what can we do the last half of a run, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to run this thing probably to just past halfway, maybe lap 40 to 42. You'll start seeing groups start to pit. And then that's when they're going to start to push to try to get to the end, make up any time that they've lost, maybe try to put a gap on another group. This thing stays green. Pit stops will be the difference. There goes Blevins to the high side. Right in front of Barletta in the 81. Starting to organize again a little bit. Coming back together, that top like 20. Because Steven Pearson in the 83 truck on the inside back here. The last of the 2 wide trucks. And he's running in 18th. And don't look now, Mr. Bill. I think we might be okay with our driver 43 pick. He's a backup in the group. You know, all you spammers over there on Twitch are going to force me to drop Twitch as an option. They are going to stay side by side, it looks like, at least for a little while here. We're almost to halfway. We're about 3 laps shy of being halfway. I think most of these guys would like to get into the 40s before they pit for lap count. $34 in the books. Abbott had that by the thinnest of margins right there. It's Kotzen finally in the house. Took you long enough to get lost. Good to see you, buddy. Man, we'll still go back. Let's go back to 17th and 18th. They're starting to single file this out a little bit now. Back here at the back, from about the 2 truck of Callis on back. So 13th place, Bocock on back. They're starting to single file it out. Looks like some guys are maybe prepping up to take a pit stop pretty soon. You don't want to be hung on that outside. If you've got a group you want to pit with, you want to be on the inside line altogether. Oh, and you didn't bring me any. Man, that's just rude. I'm just saying. A Crunch Wrap Supreme or something would have been awesome. Slow truck down the backstretch. 55 truck of Kyle Gomez. Going to go a lap down here. Oh, he's actually several laps down. I'm sorry. I missed that. He must have went in for something. He was 29th. Truck dropping off. That's the 16 of Alex Thompson. He was the only truck under the caution that didn't pit. He heads to pit road. Gets to his pit stall, and he'll get service, but Corey Blevins on the outside has the lead for the moment. The front of this thing hasn't changed in a few laps. It's been Abbott on the inside getting a push from Boyd, and Blevins on the outside getting a push from Barletta. Everybody behind that, inside or out, they've slid forward a spot, slid back a spot, just by virtue of letting air get in the air holes in the front to get to the radiator. But the front 4, each as a pair, have been locked to each other's bumper, just trying not to let that other line have an advantage. Vinny creeps up to him and then drops back when the truck gets hot. Same thing from the 28 and the 79 in behind Spalding and Vinny. They're doing the exact same thing, but look on the outside. Here comes the 7 truck. Now, he lost his running mate. He lost Reed Rundle. Reed Rundle has fallen back to 21st. Was as high right there at about 12. There comes the lap truck now of Alex Thompson coming out of the pits, and he's going to get swallowed up by the field. Yeah, we've got Corey Blevins out in front of Noah Abbott. I think some drivers are starting to set themselves up for pit stops here. Abbott's not having any of it. He's going to go right back out to the high side, try to get back to the front. Ooh, well, okay. Then maybe I should just say thank you and leave it be. The push from Barletta put Abbott at least getting into turns 3 and 4 back to the point. But Blevins, with help from Garrett Boyd, who was behind Abbott previously, now behind Blevins, is going to just push him right back to the lead and right across the stripe, and away we go again. Working lap 40. We're in the window. We are right here. No one has dropped off to head for pit road just yet. Michael Everett, who was in that crash on lap number 8. 18th on the racetrack. Truck looks fine. Right front might be just a little pushed in on that number 8 truck. But he stays tucked in behind Steven Pearson, and he seems to be doing okay. Here comes a charge again from the 43 truck. Jump to the high side. He's trying to catch the draft of Russell Harold, the 19 truck up there, about 5th in line on the outside. If he can do that, he'll pull himself up to around 9th or 10th. But he's got some work to do, as now the top 2 have cleared the outside line. Now they're no longer clear, as the push from the 81 of Barletta puts Abbott right back alongside Garrett Boyd. Dancing, the weaving, the bobbing. We'll get back here just a little ways, and we'll watch these trucks up here, the 2x2, the rows of 6 up there. Just watch the left to right fade on all these trucks. Big move right there. Thompson's a lap down. He pitted. Out of sequence with everybody. But he's in here running in that top 10 mix, changing lines left and right. Looks like the 7 of DeMoore might be setting up for pits. Whoa, there goes Adam Vinny. He dropped to the inside. And he dropped to the inside post haste. He didn't waste any time. It was immediate. As we're working lap 43, I remember earlier I said somewhere between 40 and 45 is about the window most of these guys are trying to get to. Well, we're creeping in on that. So anytime now, they can make it from here on fuel. Absolutely can make it from right here on fuel. We'll see if any of them decide to start peeling off this time. Usually when a guy makes a move, it's a lap, maybe 2, and then he diving it in. Right now, Vinny is just content to get there, try to hold this spot so that he can be in position to drop out and head for pit row should. Probably someone in front of him or any of his teammates right behind him, which right now is only DeMoore. DeMoore's only 3 trucks behind him on the inside row there. It looks like that outside row is trying to figure out where they can move back and drop in line. This could create some fun for us. Barletta and Harold are the 2 stuck because Abbott found a hole and got himself down in there. He's about 7th or 8th. Truck's dropping off. Here we go. They're all coming in now. Most of the drivers at the front headed in. Boyd, Spalding, Vinny, Bocock, DeMoore, Rundle, Pearson, Keir, Abbott, all headed to pit road. You can see the scuffs down the right side. And, well, remember when I said something about green flag pit stops changing the game? All the hard work the 43 did after that wreck, he just shot himself right in the foot. Adam, Vinny, Kevin Spalding, Garrett Boyd gets away first. Spalding will get in there second. Bocock, Demore, Gaxel, Chavez, Pearson, and Keir. Rundle still trying to roll off, and so is Noah Abbott, who had problems on pit road as well. The rest of the field headed in. And Barletta and company now coming down pit road. Blevins is in as well, right behind Barletta. So let's see how this shakes out. That'll put the 16 truck back on the lead lap. Where he is going to fall in or out of this, we won't know until we get through this cycle. And whoops, I picked a bad camera angle, didn't I, folks? 100% my fault. McAvoy and Ranger have not pitted, and there's our 16 truck. But those three, the 16's on about a 10 or 12 lap different pit strategy than the rest of these guys. Here comes McAvoy. Let's go see where Blevins and company, they're rolling out, and here comes that other group. That's going to be Kevin Spaulding that goes to the point in front of Garrett Boyd, and they'll shriek away from that group coming off pit road. Adam Vinny is just a few truck lengths off, but still in the draft, and he'll get back in this group. So now we'll see. We stay green for the next 29 laps. These guys behind, right here, the 50, the 28, McRelly and Legacy got a chance. Go catch those guys up front. But Bocock, Blevins and company need to get organized. There's a group that's already organized. They're going to have a shot to run down the guys in front of them. They'll start picking up trucks. And those three out front, they're going to get eaten alive in the next 10 to 12 laps if all these guys can stay in line, stay organized, not race each other, and go pick up the rest of these trucks. The separation is only temporary. But right now, your leader for the first time this evening, 25 truck of Kevin Spaulding. It's about 2.8 seconds from this group of three back to fourth place. McRelly, and now they're starting to get swallowed up by the trucks behind them that started to work a little. Blevins and Legacy. But now they're going to race each other, and that'll slow them down. The group behind them will catch them pretty quickly. And you'll see all these trucks will start to come back together. It'll take a few laps. But probably by the time we're at about 15 to go, we're going to have another 25 truck clob trying to race each other. That's when it's going to get real interesting. Blevins is up on the high side by himself. He needs to find a hole to get into, or he needs to hurry up and get to the back of this line. Get these guys single file. Otherwise, he's going to get caught here because Demore and company, they got about 7, 8 trucks on the inside and just a couple on the outside. And they're faster than the guys in front by far. They're already there. They've already caught them. Mackey pushing Demore, and they'll stay on the outside and try to make a run right past this entire group. Blevins was too slow getting up there. Might have been able to break the momentum, put himself at the head of that line. Three wide almost right there as Mackey dropped inside to go around Demore. Trucks had to slow down because of the evasive action. And I think the 28 truck of Legacy got a little out of shape, and he slowed that group behind down. So that big bunch is broken up. We're going back to the front. Top three. And they have opened this thing wide open. They are 6 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. They're catching up to some lap trucks. Lap trucks are not going to have any effect on drafting. That's Barletta, the 81. He may be able to drop the back of this group and put a 4-truck deal together. And he'll try. As long as he can stay about right there, not lose any more ground, he can stay in the draft, and he'll pull back up, and he'll make that 4-truck group considerably quicker. Nobody had the 25 on their bingo card. I didn't have him on my bingo card. But daggone it, if Kevin Spaulding, perfect through his pit stop, and he got out with a couple of the best. He's going to put himself in a position here, if this stays green with 25-24 to go, to possibly put that Arkham Brewing Company machine in victory lane. Woo, Abbott. Good night, Mr. Abbott. Where in the heck is he on way? Yeah, Noah Abbott had a moment racing with Mashburn, and he got alongside of him on their right rear corner, and they touched. And I thought that was going to be the caution that brought the field back together, but both drivers did a great job. Let's go back to Brandon Mackey and company. And they are starting to close the gap. It was over 8 seconds. And now it is just a little less, about 7.8 seconds. That's a single file line of about 12 trucks. You can go all the way back here to about Russell Harold in the 19. So from about 4th to about 16th, about a dozen trucks. Now they're going to start racing each other again. So the gap will grow once again. Now it's 6 trucks at the front. And that is going to do nothing but help these guys out front, the top 3. If they can all keep it organized, stay in line, not cause each other any problems. In about 21 and a half laps, it's over 9 seconds now, and Watson's out in front of that second group in 4th place. Brock Bigelow right behind him. Brandon Mackey in line right there. And then Gaxel, and then Austin DeMore, the first truck on the outside. And Blevins is in that group. That puts Corey Blevins back to 9th, but he's about 10 seconds off the leaders. And we're going to be down to 20 laps to go. They race side by side while the guys at the front run single file. You're not as fast. You're just not as fast. And they're a half second almost quicker. About 0.3. Spalding, Boyd, and Vinny, 1, 2, 3, and then lap trucks behind them, and they're all working together. They're just staying in line. The 81 truck needs to hold his spot so he can be the lucky dog. He's the first truck a lap down, and Noah Abbott right behind him is the next truck. We're under 20 to go. And Abbott wants to be the first truck a lap down or unlap himself, as I saw Garrett Boyd shake the cobwebs out of the 21 truck just a second ago, up that front stretch and into the tri-oval. He had the back end dancing left and right. Abbott fell back in line behind Barletta. Mashburn is a little ways off of that. And Mashburn is 27th, but he's up here with the leaders. So we'll go back to this big wad of trucks. Demore's got the outside line moving. He's back up alongside Watson. He's getting help from Blevins behind. Caution! I'm scared to ask what happened there. Yeah. Well, let's go watch. Going around the lap trucks. Oh, my. Yeah, let's rewind this. And far chase. I'm not sure what happened there. That's twice. Let's watch it one more time. Or maybe Rundle got on the apron and got the truck to get away from him a little bit, but he got into Abbott. Turned several trucks around. And that's going to change everything. All of that gap that was built up, well, it's all gone. Every bit of it. Every inch will be gone. 10 seconds. Erased. The top three. They had this in the bag. With about 18 laps to go. Nobody was going to catch them. So now, to pit or not to pit, you can make it. Your tires are going to be a little greasy. You can make it from here. Track position, or you want to chance it on pit road and try to be the first one off. I can tell you the 81 truck of Barletta should be the lucky dog and should get away around, get himself back on the lead lap. It'll still put him 22nd, but now he's racing for a spot. Got a shot to win it. Spalding, Boyd, Vinny, Watson, Bigelow, Demore, Mackey, Gaxel, Bocock, and Blevins. Blevins now back in it. Do you take a chance? Do you go and get two tires, rights or lefts? Do you not put any fuel in the truck, or do you put a splash just to make sure for a green-white checker? Every decision is going to have consequences. You want to be one of the first, probably 4 trucks off of pit road for sure. Is Spalding coming to pit road? Below the yellow line he goes, and right back onto the racetrack. Adam Vinny, the first truck to actually go to pit road. Demore stays out. Blevins stays out. Gaxel stayed out. Bocock, Chavez, Callis, Macy. So a lot of trucks stayed out. Russell Harold on pit road. Let's see what Adam Vinny's doing. He took a right. It looks like he's going to take 4. And he will. 4 tires and maybe a smidgen of fuel. Spalding and Boyd stayed out. Demore is there. Blevins is there. Gaxel. A lot of guys that haven't been this close to the front now right here in the mix. You're going to be down to about 15, 14 laps when we take the green flag again. Adam Vinny in 10th is the first truck off of pit road. Barletta got his wave around. That's going to put him back on the lead lap. He'll have a chance to run in, get tires. Try to race from 20th or 21st back to the field. Kyer just rolling off pit road. McRelly, Ranger. Lap down trucks. First of the lap down trucks now. .43 of Reed Rundle. Once again, on pit road. He's got right side damage this time. Plenty of it. Watch the lights on the pace car. They should go off. And they do, and we'll start to double things up and get ready for the restart. So Brock Bigelow close to the front now. He's going to restart 11th. Got his teammate Brandon Mackey behind. Drivers trying to figure out where they need to be in line and trying to get back out on the racing surface. Russell, Harold and company. A little further back, Chazon, McAvoy, Everett, Keir, McRelly, Bartlett. Here come your lap trucks. Ranger, Mashburn, Rundle, Abbott joined the back of the field. So working lap 61, 15 to go when we drop the green flag. Getting close to it, folks. Time. Nobody had the 25. Nobody had the 21. I don't think anybody had the 7. The most popular pick for the night is restarting about 10th or 12th back there. All right, we're going to lose the pace car right here. He'll head for pit road. We'll get into the restart box. Kevin Spalding. Garrett Boyd up front. The first about 9 did not pit. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway. Not a good restart for the 21. Great restart for the 25 and the 7. 7's going to dip to the outside instantly when he cleared the 21. He'll go right by the 25 truck for the moment. But Gaxel in the 707 is going to pull right up behind Kevin Spalding. Up the back stretch they go. This will be the remainder of this race. Side-by-side action. We'll probably see 3 wide. At some point, somebody's going to have to go to the outside line for sure. No choice. Nobody on fresh tires except for Brock Bigelow possibly making any headway right now. And he is up to 9th on the inside row right there. Got Mackey behind him pushing him. Jesse Macy late in this one up here inside the top 10. He's running 7th right now. Frank Chavez in the 23 inside the top 5. I didn't have Chavez on a bingo card at all tonight. Kevin Spalding surging back to the point. We are getting down to it, guys. It'll be 11 to go when we come around this next time. Things are going to heat up front. Can Spalding hold on? Spalding with help from Gaxel holding off the field right now. DeMoore trying to get a push from Garrett Boyd. Boyd's been a good pusher all night long. We'll watch a little on that outside road. Just a little bit of movement when they get into the corners. drifting up just a little bit. Contact. I saw Adam Vinny go to the high side, and there was contact between he and the 12 of Bocock, I think, and Vinny brushed the fence. Ten laps to go. 10 laps to go this time. Pack racing. There we go. Truck headed across the track. I'm not sure who that was. Man, he's right behind Adam Vinny. 27 of Brock Bigelow is who that was. He went from the inside to the outside, and he did it real fast. It looked like he was wrecking. He made that move so quick, I thought the truck turned to the right. It's going to hit the wall head on. Top two now have cleared the outside row, and it looks like Frank Chavez is trying to stay with them. The top three may clear as we break inside 10 laps remaining. Top two definitely clear. Now Chavez is beside DeMoore. Macy, fourth on the inside line. Got Mackey behind him. Green wide right beside Mackey. Adam Vinny finally going to try to force the third line into action. He's going all the way to the fence. Bigelow going to drop to the inside. Leave him kind of hung out there. Whoa, here we go at the front. Garrett Boyd goes to the outside around Austin DeMoore. This is usually when things really start to get interesting. Right here, caution. Caution behind. That'll change it all. I don't know who wrecked. Let's go look at the 19. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the 81 got into the 32. Right hooked him, turned him into the 19. Yeah, that was Barletta that got into Abbott. And right when that third line was really starting to do something, we are really going to see some interesting racing. We're going to get it all slowed back down. Everybody going to regroup. And we're going to get us another restart. Now we got drivers, I believe, that are starting to think about fuel. We're not into overtime. We still have plenty of laps. This could finish under green, but I think some guys are trying to cut it close. It's less time on pit road, but the effect that it has to the cars in plate racing is so minimal when they're out there on the racetrack. If you have a few extra laps of fuel, it's not really going to affect your speed in the draft that much. So trying to be tight on fuel is always a tricky thing. Kevin Spaulding, the 25 truck, has been out front for quite a while since we had green flag pit stops. He's not relinquished the lead. And that was at about lap 42, 43. Go back, I think I can see that. He last pitted on lap 44. Well, let's look at all of our gains and losses. Garrett Boyd, 21 positions improved right now. He's your hard charger. Jesse Macy's got 18 back in ninth, so he's got room for improvement. Big losers on the day, minus 12, minus 19. Harley Barletta, 20th. He started on the pole. And he's on pit road right now after that crash. I'm wrong about even that. Steven Pearson lost 21 positions. Started 8th, and he finished officially 29th now, as he has been out of the race for some 18, 19 laps. Gaxel, if he could win it, could best Boyd for hard charger. Higher finishing position, depending on where Boyd finishes, unless Boyd picks up a spot with him, if they go together. But he has that opportunity. It does pay 3 extra bonus points, and I don't know if it pays $20. I think it pays something cash. I know it does. So I think we might be coming around to get the one to go. Very few trucks have gone to pit road. I forgot to look and see who was going to be the lucky dog, but I think it was in the group that wrecked. I think it was one of the Noah Abbott, maybe. Might have been the truck that was supposed to get the wave around. He was in the wreck. We'll be down to a quick 5-lapper, it looks like. Maybe a 4-lap shootout here, because we're going to get the one to go this time. They'll come around and restart at the beginning of lap number 72. I don't know whose car that is, but it sounds sick on pit road. Here we go. Casual teammates on that inside row. Spalding and Boyd. Corey Blevins is third on the inside row. Gaxel, DeMoore, and Mackey, the first 3 on the outside row. Adam Vinny, fourth on the inside row, and beside him is going to be Bocock, and then Macy, and oh, that's not Mackey. Oh, that's Frank Chavez. I misappropriated that truck. The 23 of Chavez is still up here. He's still got a shot at a podium. None of these guys in the top 5, 6. Well, now Blevins is in the top 6. So I would say none of these guys in the top 6 on anybody's bingo card right now. So, yeah. I thought for sure we'd have a winner at least the small game tonight. Still got a shot. 64 truckers right there. He's only got to pass 8 other trucks. So we'll see if the teammates can get hooked up very quickly. It's only going to be 4 laps. We'll see if we can stay green for 4 laps. Cautions do breed cautions. Now we are right down to the end of this one. Pace car getting out of the way. It is time for the restart. Could be the last one of this race.
Green, green, green.
And it is in the air. Oh, Spalding and Boyd got a fantastic start. They smoked the 707, who is going to pull it down in front of the 24. And Blevins says, I guess I'll stay here till we get up to speed, but I got to do something, because I got to go up here and get me a win. Defending series champion always wants to win the season opener next season. He's up to the outside. He's going to get help. Adam Vinny. Where did Vinny come from? He restarted on the inside. Trucks wrecking down the backstretch on the infield. Will we get a caution? Doesn't look like we're going to. Gaxel moved from the high side to the bottom, and I think that might have been a mistake. He should have stayed up there and let those guys get back to him. Give him a push, because the outside line, well, it's moving. Blevins getting up here. He's getting alongside Spalding. Now, who can do the best pushing? Vinny or Boyd? Vinny going to the inside. He forces it 3 wide. He's going to work Blevins. Yeah, they're going to contact. We're getting a caution right here. We were already here. Oh, yeah, we might back that up just a little because that might have been a tap from the 7. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 7. Got into the 24, turned him into the 64. Seven truck into the left rear corner. A lot of damage. A lot of trucks. So a green-white checker looks like now fuel could become an issue for some of these guys. So wait for everybody to get back where they're going to be. Make sure the lines are right. We know Spalding and Boyd were 1, 2, and Gaxel was 3. Macy comes up 4th. DeMoore 5th in the line. Bocock, Mackey, Bigelow, Chavez, and McAvoy. Austin DeMoore peels off, goes down pit road. Uh-oh. Alcoy Callis will move up into that top 10 as the 10th place car. Watson, McCrelly, Chazon, Thompson, Barletta, 15th, Everett, Mashburn, Keir, Legacy, and the DeMoore rolling back out. He is probably going to be somewhere around 19th or 20th here. I think it's a drive-through penalty, maybe as penance for that incident. We should get the 1 to go this time. That means instead of a 75-lap race, we're liable to have a 77. We may even have an 80-lap race. Because we may not be done with the cautions yet, folks. Stick around after the checkered flag. We'll talk to our top 3. I'll look through the list and see if anyone is a winner. The problem is the 99 still has a shot. Everybody else, well, I think you're dead, including myself, for the small deal. The big deal, if you had the 64 and the 43 and anybody else, we're all dead. I think everybody's kind of done except for Mr. Is it Jay Scott? Is that right? Yeah, Jay Scott, Josh Scott. He's got a shot. Now, no, it isn't. The last one, meh. So we're coming to 1 to go, and now the teammates, they're going to start side by side. What they're going to do now is going to be interesting. Do they race each other, let the guys behind push, or do they get together and ensure that one of them wins it and try to work that start so they can get in line real quickly. Because Spalding and Boyd on the front row, Gaxel and Macy in row 2, Bocock and Mackey, then Bigelow and Chavez, McAvoy and Callis will make up the 5th row on a restart with 2 laps to go. We make it all around and get the white flag. I don't think it matters after that. I think once we take the white flag, the next flag ends the race. Well, he's got to come from 6th position if you're going to get that win. So he's got a lot of work to do in 2 laps. Can it be done? Oh, absolutely. Have I seen it done? Many times. In this field, is it possible? That I'm unsure of. A couple of teammates still up front. There's a couple together. Mackey and Bigelow are close enough to get something done. There's a lot of newer faces in this series right here close to the front right now, and I know they'd love to open things up by picking up a win. They are not going to make it easy for these guys. Guaranteed. All right. We're going through 3 and 4. That means it's about time to get this thing restarted. Is this the final restart? Possibly. By the way, why aren't you wheeling your 51 truck tonight? What's wrong with you? You don't like Daytona? You scared, little fella? Green flag back in the air. This may do it. Now let's see, because Boyd, yeah. Let Spalding kind of get a little bit of a gap, and he fell right in behind, going to push his teammate. Gaxel going to slide right up behind them. Macy's the truck on the outside, the 52. He's going to have help. And guess who's behind him? Well, it's the 99 of Mackey. Look on the inside. That's the teammate to the 99, the 27 of Bigelow. Can those two get together? Internet was out. You know, you can just say you're scared. It's okay, little fella. We got a spot for you. We'll protect you. I'm just messing with you, Mr. Scott. I understand. I've come home for a broadcast and not an internet and been absolutely furious. White flag one more time. The next flag should end this race. It doesn't matter. The top 4, 5, 6 now. Single file. Who's going to make the move up the backstretch? 3 wide. They may not be done wrecking. Everybody will get them squared up. There goes Bigelow to the high side. Out of 5th, up alongside the 12 of Bocock. There's the wreck that we were waiting for. They're going to gather them up, man. What? Nope, they did not. The 31 truck's going to be sideways. It don't matter. They're racing for it right here to the very end. Spalding and Boyd locked up, nose to tail. Bocock will move to the high side on Gaxel. Spalding's going to win it. Boyd is second. Gaxel gets third. They're tumbling behind us. Brock Bigelow went for a massive ride. They're wrecking after the start-finish line. That's Frank Ranger spinning it around. But on no one's bingo card for the whole night, the winner, the open season 5, Kevin Spalding in the 25. I can't wait to talk to him. He's probably going to be so excited he'll be out of breath. We'll do the results after we do the interviews. But we are going to wait for the drivers to get around to the front stretch here. Get the top 3. I hope they're all in here. I really do, because I haven't seen some of these guys. Man, I got to move these guys into, oh, there we go, driver meeting, and then the interview room. Dang it. Nope, wrong one. Golly, I hate this. I truly hate this. Every bit of it. There we go. We got those two. I got to find Gaxel in the list. There he is. Well, he's going to go to a lot of rooms and he's going to be all by himself. I hope he don't get scared easy. We'll move him here. Then we'll move him to the driver's meeting. Man, that's a lot. Then we'll move to the interview room. Now we'll get ready to go for interviews. Whoa, that ain't going to work at all. Here we go. We'll get a view from here. We'll get ready to start talking to these guys. Let's grab the driver of the 707. Going to finish in third tonight, Christopher Gaxel. It didn't look fun from up here, and it looked very stressful the last couple of restarts. How was it from the driver's seat?
Oh, you're definitely right about that stressful. I was holding on tight. My arms are killing me, but hey, I brought it home on the box.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, to kick things off here with Midwest Truck Series of Season 5. A podium finish, you really can't complain a whole lot, even though things looked like they might not finish that way as we got down to the end. Guys were starting to really get aggressive.
Yeah, I just held on and just stayed in the draft and just kept it clean all night.
Well, you're ready to put super speedway racing in the rear view and go on to some more, shall we say, normal type of racing?
Yeah, I love the super speedways. But hey, any racing is fun racing. Thank you, guys.
Well, I think we're going to have you checked out for, maybe some brain damage or something. If you like super speedway racing, that stuff is absolutely insane. And I just can't do it myself. But, man, congratulations. Give me some shout-outs before we let you get out of here.
Just shout out to, what am I driving? I think I'm driving a Ford Mustang. Yeah, the Ford Mustang did a great job tonight.
It's a Toyota Tundra, but we'll give you a break, man, because we know you're stressed out after all the super speedway racing. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great way to start the season.
Oh, yeah, I'm driving the truck, Toyota Tundra. Thanks, Toyota.
Christopher Gaxel mentioned in third. It makes my day when we get bloopers like that. That is awesome. And now, I've said it 100 times. I'll say it again. The guy's got a face for radio, but, man, he wheeled the truck tonight, pushes his teammate to a win, comes home second, and it's a way better start to this season than it was last season, Garrett Boyd.
Oh yeah, last season was a little rocky at the start with technical problems and some other issues with some crashes, but yeah, it felt really good pushing Kevin to the win.
Well, I was wondering on that last restart, and I know you guys probably had it worked out, if you guys were just going to go ahead and race each other, or if you were going to strategize and let him get a great start or let you get a great start and get in line. And it looked like you guys worked that perfectly.
Yeah, it's nice starting on the front row with somebody that you're teammates with, because you can count it down and kind of both get good jumps and kind of control both lanes. But yeah, the first restart after that really long green flag run, I left it in third, so she was gutless when I put it to the floor. So he kind of jumbled us up there.
Well, an awesome way to start the season, man. It's going to put you in a lot better position than last season after one or two races. So probably going to be looking forward to next week and seeing if you can stay up there. No, you're going to start at the back, though, right?
Oh, yeah, passing cars is fun.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
First and foremost for Michael and the guys that run this league. It's a really well put together league, and the BS kind of stays to a minimum. So thanks to them for putting this deal on. Thanks to Roger for broadcasting it and putting up with the nonsense all the time. And then Netcode Brand, Netcode Esports, Quality One Lube and Repair, and shout out to Kevin. I mean, he had a lot of help from me, but it's definitely a challenge to run up front and be the one being pushed from time to time. So big shout out to him. Congrats to him for the win.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run and way to help your teammate out, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Garrett Boyd finishing in second. And he finishes in second to some new guy in the series. I've never seen this guy. I don't know his name. We're going to have to get started with him from scratch. 25, it's a beautiful truck, bright, looks great. I don't know the driver. How the hell did you pull this off tonight?
Man, all night we had that great long run out there, and pit strategy really worked out for Garrett, Steve, and I. And it was looking great. Garrett told me we had a 9-second lead. Adam was up there with us, and we had a 9-second lead over the group behind us, and we got that caution. I'm like, oh no, they're all that out the window. And man, we got lucky. It's Daytona. This is a great group of guys, but it's Daytona. Things get wiggly, and you're always wondering. It's always there in your head, like, is there going to be a moment where somebody just gets a little out of shape? Is it, am I going to get collected? And it didn't happen tonight. It's 2 seasons in the making, trying to get up here and do this, and I wouldn't be here without Garrett pushing my butt to the win tonight. We got a good timing on that last restart, and it just worked out beautifully.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that one caution, because you guys were nearly 10 seconds ahead of that group, and it was 12 trucks back there against you 3, and you had a couple of lap trucks in between you, or right behind you, kind of helping you, but you guys were staying single file, and I know you weren't talking to Adam. So it was you and Garrett. Adam was just kind of hanging right there. You guys were all driving away, and I know you guys thought the 3 of you were going to settle it out. When that caution comes out, I don't want to know what the words were, but how many 4-letter words were said right there?
No, I was pretty nice about it. I've been just stayed calm up front all night, but man, it was pretty much just like, dang it, there goes all that.
Well, guys, I got to tell the truth. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I got to tell the truth. I've known Kevin for a lot of years. The whole lead up to not knowing this driver, who he was, bunch of BS. I've seen Kevin be a bridesmaid a bunch of times, never be the bride. Tonight he's going to be the bride to kick off season 5, man. And this is going to be something weird. You're going to have to be inverted and go to the back next week.
Yes, it is. I believe we're at another a bigger track next week, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully you use a little bit of that momentum. I do like the 1.5-mile a bit. So hopefully we can keep this momentum and, make our way through the field next week, and hope we have another big field like this. It's been really awesome seeing this many trucks out here too.
Well, awesome job, man. Some shout outs before I let you go.
Yes. Thank you for Michael Everett putting on this league, and all the admins that, make this happen. Amir, Race Control, all our sponsors. Again, unprepared from the last time I made the podium. Thank you for all of our sponsors that chip in and keep this moving and making it happen. And Roger, thank you for broadcasting for us.
All right,
thank
man.
you for everybody that's watching the broadcast. Thank you guys all, and everybody that's been here and helped support me and knows about that. Thank you all so much.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. Let's keep the momentum going. See if you can drive it from the back to the front next week, sir.
Thank you.
Kevin Spalding picking up the win here tonight. Nobody had that on their bingo card. We did not have a winner in the small game or the big game, unfortunately, folks. While Kevin's going to do his burnout, let's take a quick look at our results. That is from qualifying, not the race. I don't know why it does that. This is something new. Got to figure it out and get it fixed. But Spalding, Boyd, and Gaxel. 1, 2, 3. Bocock ended up hanging on to 4th. Mackey made his way all the way to 5th. So about 4 spots short of having a winner in the small game tonight. Thompson, Chavez, Callis, McAvoy, and Everett in the top 10. Good run for Michael Everett. Keir, Blevins, McCrelly, Vinny, Barletta, Legacy, Chazon, and Ranger through the top 18. Mashburn, Bigelow, 19th and 20th. Watson, 21st. Demore, 22nd. Harold, Macy, Abbott, Rundle, Gomez, and Lowe back through 28th. And then Pearson, Forstner, and Herman. Mike Forstner is going to have a lot of recovery next week. He just got cleaned out early and never had a chance to do anything in this thing. Had to retire early. So we'll see if Mike can bounce back next week. Was a fun one. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. It's always fun to watch these guys. They always put on a great show, and they're going to a 1.5-mile track next week, so a little shorter, but still the same kind of racing. Should be exciting. Should be fun. We're going to see some guys go to the back we have never seen have to go to the back. And we're going to see all those guys we're used to seeing. They're going to get started up front. They're not going to have all that traffic to deal with. So, might be a whole different situation, and we might see a runaway. You never know. It's always weird when you kind of invert some guys in the field. You do some guys that never been back there before. So, we'll see what happens there. Do not forget, we are off tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. I don't know about the Sunday deal. I don't know if our backup broadcaster is going to be available or not. I have not talked to him. I will try. And if we can get the Sunday show live, well, guess what? We're going to do it live. We're going to have a lot of fun doing it. It'll be the first time that the Sunday series has not been on a rebroadcast. I want to thank you guys all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing like you saw right here tonight, there's nothing to cover, so everybody gets a high five and a pat on the back. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody.